is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Barnetta and I make videos about living simply, positively, and authentically. So if that speaks to you, then please subscribe and become a member of an ever-growing community filled with wonderful people. And with that being said, today's video is all about self-care during the holidays. Now, the holidays are a wonderful time of year for most of us, but the truth is many of us can get very stressed from all the hustle and bustle, and also it can be a very lonely time for some people. So I felt compelled to make this video all about how to regroup, recenter, and reconnect with what makes you you and to feel more positive. Now, I also will be making a second part to this little mini series about self-care during the holidays, so come back to my channel this Monday for part 2. I'm also happy to say that this video is a collaboration with my good friend Megan from Minding My Soul. Hi Megan! She runs a blog all about living a life in balance. She is wonderfully talented at writing and cooking, so you guys can go see her blog and get all of the wonderful recipes that I don't provide for you here. So check her out. I'll put her in the description box down below and you'll be able to read a blog about self-care from her as well. But let's get right into this video, and as always, remember to talk to a professional if you are not feeling 100% like yourself, and especially if you're feeling depressed. It's important to talk through and work through the emotions you're feeling. You're not alone, and I wish you all the best. Let's get right into those 5 tips. Tip number 1 is to check your sleeping habits and experience. Now, the most obvious tip in this is to make sure you're getting enough sleep. But the less obvious part is if you are still getting enough sleep but not feeling well rested, that's a problem. A lot of people don't realize that they have an undiagnosed sleep disorder, vitamin D deficiency, or maybe an autoimmune disease. So if you have been kind of walking around in a state of fatigue, go check with your doctor and make sure everything is going according to plan. And if that is not the case, you may also need to just upgrade your sleeping equipment. A lot of us just toss and turn on our mattresses and don't really think to spend the money on upgrading them, but to that, you use it every day. You should try and invest in it if you can. I understand not being able to afford a new mattress. It's pretty expensive. So if you can't afford a new mattress, try looking into a mattress topper. I'll link mine down below. Remember, one size doesn't always fit all, so do your research on what would be most comfortable for you. I'll also throw in a link to my favorite pillow. I have gone through so many different types of pillows because I've always had neck pain. This is a shredded memory foam pillow. I really love it. Again, do your research on what you think works best for you, but certainly make sure when you're going to sleep, you feel comfortable and are able to get enough rest. Truthfully, I think we live in a society that does not value sleep the way it should. Sayings like there's no rest for the wicked, I'll sleep when I'm dead, things like that, being highly addicted to caffeine. I am a coffee drinker, I'll admit it, but the truth is people often brag about not getting enough sleep, in general put an undervalue on resting and an overvalue on busyness. Just take yourself out of that cycle, allow your body to rest. Take it from someone who has been an insomniac a lot of her life and has finally started sleeping well. It will transform everything about your day when you actually feel awake and like yourself. Tip number 2 is don't force yourself into big changes. So like I said earlier, the holidays are a wonderful time, but with the new year, everyone gets really obsessed with setting these lofty goals and New Year's resolutions of how they are going to become a new person for the new year, and all of these things have to be met. And a lot of times, and I don't think I'm alone here, I fail if I set gigantic expectations for myself to change just because it's January 1st. The truth is, you can change at any time in the year. It doesn't have to be January 1st for you to make a declaration or a proclamation of who you're going to become suddenly. Try and set small, achievable goals rather than these lofty expectations for yourself, because a lot of times we just fail at those and then we go through a whole cycle of feeling down and wondering why we didn't get to where we wanted to be. Be kind to yourself and don't let yourself burn out by February of next year. Take some time. You have a whole year. You have a whole lifetime ahead of you to achieve your goals. It doesn't have to be within one new year. Tip number 3 is to be mindful of the little things. A lot of times in the holiday rush, we are going so fast to do things for others, hit deadlines for the end of the year, go to parties, just running around ragged. We forget to do the little rituals that make ourselves happy. So if you love listening to music, take time to listen to music. If you love doing your makeup, take time to pamper yourself, set aside time in the morning to do that whole fresh face. If you haven't had a peppermint mocha latte yet and you love them, make sure to have one of them. Just set aside at least 20 minutes a day, hopefully more, to do the things that you love. Because if you are not pampering yourself and taking care of yourself and minding the small things, you will forget about the larger things and you will probably be a lot less jolly than you wanted to be this season. Tip number 4 is to take a break to gain perspective and to also come to terms with quitting or failing. Winter is the perfect time to reflect on endings, as it is nature's way to say literally, or show literally, that things are coming to an end. The seasons have changed, the leaves are gone, and it's time to assess the projects that we've worked on throughout the year. We all have those projects that go great, but we also have those ones that we thought would work out with the way we wanted them to, and they just don't. This is the time for you to take a break, spend time with family, clear your head, and understand if it's time to let go of that dream to start a new one, or to rework the angle you're looking at that project from so you can start fresh. And tip number 5 is to listen to your body and mind. If something seems off, like I said at the beginning of this video, please take the time to talk with someone professionally, or a friend or a family member. Know you're not alone. On top of that, be sure you exercise your right to say no. The holiday season, again, can have you spread really thin, and the last time you want to do is to make your cup empty by overbooking yourself. If you do that, you won't be able to celebrate the holiday the way you wanted to. And then lastly, remember to eat well. Again, check out my friend Megan's blog, Minding My Soul. She has so many wonderful recipes and in general a great positive outlook on life. I definitely have to try and cook her apple pear tart. I am not a cook, as I've said in the past, so I'm always like having my jaw drop when she posts all these gorgeous photos of her cooking. It's amazing. She's so talented. Thank you again for watching this video, you guys. I really hope it helped you. I tried to condense it down to ones that I felt like were the most valuable things for me to share, but also maybe a little bit more unique than other ones you may have heard. Again, please tune in this Monday for my part 2 to this series of having a stress-free holiday. I hope you guys are enjoying the holiday season. I hope you are enjoying my tree. I'm moving my filming setup. It's coming together. I'm really trying to figure out how to use lighting and all this different stuff I've just never had any experience with before. It's pretty fun and daunting. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Remember that you are loved, you are beautiful inside and out, and there is no one like you. Thank you again. I will see you in the next one. Bye.